So in today's video, we are going to be doing something completely different from the other content you've seen on the channel. With the release of one of the newest spring anime Tokyo Revengers, I instantly fell in love with this series and decided that I wanted to post it on the channel. I've been hearing about this series for the last few years, but after checking it out myself, I found that its whole setting and plot is really captivating and I see a lot of potential for this series. With this anime run, I'm definitely going to be dropping loads of videos on it, so if you've read Tokyo Revengers or are watching it with the anime, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. And this video will contain minor spoilers for the anime in relation to the Tokyo Manji gang and its members, but nothing that will ruin the story for you. But that's enough from me, let's get right into this video of explaining the Tokyo Manji gang, which is one of the main driving points for this series. Tokyo Revengers is a story which follows Hanagaki Takemichi, who's a 26-year-old shut-in worker and is living a pretty meaningless life. However, one day his life will flip around after hearing of the death of his girlfriend back when he was in middle school, due to the result of gang-related activities from the notorious Tokyo Manji gang. Takemichi, who was reflecting on how terrible his life had gotten as he got older, was on his way home from work when he was suddenly pushed into the train tracks by an unknown person. Moments before certain death, he remembered his old girlfriend Tachibana Hinata, and when Takemichi woke up, he found himself seemingly reliving the events of his second year in middle school 12 years ago in the past. Initially, he thought this was just the idea of your life flashing before your eyes, but he would later find out he had the ability to travel back to 12 years in the past from the exact day. And after being given this second chance at life in a sense, he decides that he wants to save his girlfriend from being killed in the future and that he will stop at nothing to save the one he loves. So now that I've given that brief introduction to the series, let's get into explaining the Tokyo Manji gang. The Tokyo Manji gang, also known as Toman, is the gang responsible for the death of Takemichi's old middle school girlfriend, Tachibana Hinata. So with Takemichi gaining this ability to go into the past, after he changes the fate of Tachibana Naoto, the younger brother of Hinata, the two plan on how they're going to prevent her death in the future. And with her death being caused by the Tokyo Manji gang, they decided that they have to observe and change the gang of the past to prevent the events caused by them in the future. So Takemichi, who was a delinquent in the past, has the goal of meeting with the future's Toman leaders, Sano Manjiro, also known as Mikey, and Kisaki Teta, to prevent them from ever meeting, since Naoto in the future says that if these two never met, the current Tokyo Manji gang wouldn't be the way it is, and that would mean that his sister would have never died. But as we see in the first episode, this won't be an easy feat to accomplish, since Takemichi and his group of friends are essentially slaves to lower ranking members of the Toman gang. So Takemichi's goal of meeting with one of the gang leaders seems borderline impossible. However, after showing an insane amount of guts during the fight with Kiyomasa, who is affiliated with the gang, we see the arrival of the president of the gang in the past, Sano Manjiro, also known as Mikey, and the vice president Draken. So now I'll briefly go over the main members of the Tokyo Manji gang and explain some details about the gang itself without giving too much away. The Tokyo Manji gang of the past was originally a gang comprised of a group of middle schoolers, and over the years it would expand to what we see today. The hierarchy of the Tokyo Manji gang has the president at the top, the vice president, and then 5 divisions below them, with each division having division captains and division vice captains, and roughly 20 members who serve under them. So starting with the president and founder of the Tokyo Manji gang, we have Manjiro Sano, who also goes by the name of Mikey. From his appearance, Mikey is a young man of average height with blonde hair. However, as the leader of the Tokyo Manji gang, he isn't one to be messed with, as he's the strongest out of all of them. We then have Kem Yuguji, also known as Draken, who is the vice president of the Tokyo Manji gang and also one of the founding members. Draken is very tall and strong, and he has a very distinctive look with a dragon tattoo taken up one side of his head. The next member we have after Draken is the 1st division leader Keisuke Baji, and he's also one of the founding members of the Tokyo Manji gang. After that we have the 2nd division captain Takahashi Mitsuya, who is also another founding member of the gang. We then have the 3rd division captain Pachin, who is also another founding member of the gang. We have quite a lot of founding members here. And then last but not least we have the 4th division captain Smiley and the 5th division captain Mucho. So at this point in the anime, these are the most prominent members of the gang in the past, but I won't go into any more information about them with this video. With that being said, that was just a brief explanation of the Tokyo Manji gang in Tokyo Revengers, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tokyo Revengers, as I said at the start, definitely has a lot of potential, and if you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. So if you guys want to see more Tokyo Revengers content, make sure to smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Also turn on notifications so you never miss when I upload. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.